Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. This episode is going to be a little bit different than usual. It is actually going to be an update video of how to make your own private Nascar League. Now if you want to make your own private Nascar League with either yourself or with friends you might have in the GT7 series, I'll quickly show you guys the steps that you can take in order for you to make a very enjoyable NASCAR environment. So as you can see, we got ourselves here the Nissan Silvia Group 4 race car. This car is going to be very vital in this episode. So I'm going to show you guys really quick the steps, and hopefully by the end of this episode it will help you guys a lot if you ever decide to make your own personal NASCAR league in GT7 against AI drivers or with personal people that you meet online. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So in order for you to find the car, you can just go to Brand Central, and what we gotta do is go all the way to the far right where it says Asia Pacific, and then after that just go to Nissan. After you click on Nissan, we're going to go to the showroom and we're going to be hunting down the Silvia Group 4 race car, which is going to be between the Group 4 GTR and of course the O2 and the Nürburgring version of the GTR. The cost is going to be 350,000 credits, and mainly your first step is, if you're going to do this to yourself, if you're going to run against AI drivers, you have to purchase at least 20 cars, which is a lot, and also you need a lot of credits if you're planning on having your own private NASCAR content, if you're planning on racing AI drivers. If not, if you're going to race against a league, let's say you just joined a league and they want you to have your own car or 2 cars or maybe 3 or whatever, how many number they want you to have, this is where you can find the car right here. So 350,000 credits. It is a Group 4 race car, so you can use this car within the Group 4 races that has to offer in this game as well. It's a decent car. The way it sounds and drives, it's actually pretty comfortable once you get used to the cars. I mean, it's not nothing too difficult to drive. Maybe a little bit lacking in power compared to the rest of the Group 4s in the game. But yeah, that's how you actually find the car in the game. So it's pretty simple to drive. Might not be the fastest car in the Group 4 category, but actually is a pretty enjoyable car to drive, and also it's great to put paint jobs and liveries, which, speak of, we're going to do that right now. So after you grab your car, we're going to go ahead and go to where that magnifying glass is in the far left, and that's going to be our next step. Is going to go to the showcase menu, and this menu is going to be pretty crucial for you if you're personally going to get some livery. So we're going to go here, go to content search. Let's go ahead and check off this little box that says current car. This is going to help you a lot whenever you you search for liveries. This is what I usually do whenever I do a livery for Tokyo Expressway or Le Mans. We're going to search for the content search NASCAR. We're going to go ahead and move our arrow and just hit content search, and as you can see, there are tons and tons of pages of results of really well done, great looking paint jobs and liveries that you can go ahead and download. So scroll down the list, you can see these liveries. They just look absolutely amazing, either it being a fancy livery or a very amazingly close replica of an actual livery that was actually raced from a couple years ago, even all the way back going to the 90s. I mean, it's really incredible to see all these artists being able to really do a amazingly good job with these certain liveries on this Group 4 Silvia race car. So as we're going to go ahead to the next page and just figure ourselves get a good example of what to do. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down just a teensy bit longer, and we're going to come across to a throwback livery. I know NASCAR recently went through Darlington and did the throwback weekend over at Darlington, so let's go ahead and get ourselves a throwback livery, and we're going to stumble across a Coke Zero Kyle Petty black number 45. This is the paint job he drove in that very crucial Coca-Cola 600 in 2007, where he actually did finish up 3rd place, and Casey Mears went on to win that race. And I can remember my driver Jeff Gordon, he actually got himself wrecked. But what you're going to do is go ahead and just click on that collection, that little hair clip, and basically what that's going to do is add that to your collection. I'm going to go ahead and write down a comment for the creator of this livery, who did a very nice job on this livery. But very crucially, just make sure you hit that collection hair clip or paper clip, and that's going to help you a lot. Now, let's say if you wanted to do more than one livery, then you can just easily back out of that car and just keep doing as many liveries as you possibly want. But if you'd rather choose do one livery, I'll show you what to do next when we go to GT Auto for that particular livery. So after you get your business done here in the showcase menu, whatever how many liveries you want to go ahead and add to your collection, we're going to go ahead and go back to GT Auto. After you do that, we're going to go to car customization, which is in the middle. Once it loads up, we're going to go all the way to the far right where it says load style. It's going to be the very far right where it has a little folder icon. What you're going to do is swing over there and we're going to click on it. And after you click on it, we're going to be looking for the tab menu that says collections, which is going to be where that paperclip's at right here. And you can see I got plenty of other liveries saved in my file. Now sometimes you will get an error message like you're going to see about right here in the next couple seconds. So if you see that, don't be too afraid of that. Just click OK on that and just reapply it. Apparently there somehow, some way, when it loaded, it somehow failed. We're going to go back at it, see it can reload it, and actually this time around it actually did work at it. But take note, whenever you actually do get a new livery, you might have to actually put in a couple of credits up for upgrades, so it could be at different rims for certain liveries. But thankfully for us, this is going to be a free replacement livery. We're going to go ahead and apply it, and that's going to be it for our livery installer for the car. But you can just see this car looks amazingly good. And one crucial thing about this is why people are so in love using the Civia Group 4 for NASCAR races is the wing. You see here Type B has that NASCAR early 2000s look. So here's the standard wing that comes with the car. Here's the wingless. Type A, it kind of works a little bit low splitter, but once you go to Type B, that's the real deal for the rear wing splitter. It just looks so good on the car. It's like something you see from the early 2000s, late 90s, and that's why you see a lot of players that use this car. It could be either for a NASCAR livery, it could be possibly a livery that they've used for a custom IROC series. I mean, this car is like the ultimate car for NASCAR racing. So if you're curious on why the Civia Group B or Group 4 is such a great pick, that is why. So a cool note on this car actually has two different engine swaps. So here's a look at them. You got on the far left, you got the GTR Nismo, and on the far right you have the another GTR, but it's based off, I think it's the Group 2 GTR, the more expensive engine swap. Now here's the cool thing, so you can potentially have three different race series if you want to go that far. If you want to use this car, you can use the original engine, and then you can use either the GTR engine and the other Nismo engine. So if you want to use at least three different cars for three different series, you can for your own clan or league, or if you just want to use one, you can. It's just whatever fits your guys' schedule and whatever. So there's the GTR Nismo. It produces a lot of horsepower. It actually is the best overall in the PP points compared to the other GTR. As you can see, the one on the left does produce a bit more horsepower than the one on the right. That's probably why it's giving it more points than the one on the right. But as you can see, yeah, you got a lot of options to choose from. I mean, you can have three separate cars with three different engine swaps, or just have two separate cars with two separate swaps, and you can just figure out between yourself and your clan what to do. So there's the original one right here, and usually this is what we use for ARCA. When we do our ARCA races, we usually tend to use the standard engine. Now if we do cup season races, the cup cars, we actually do use the Group 2 GTR, and we don't touch the other Nismo engine. So we kind of rely on two different racing engines, and you can see this one does produce a 527, and the Cup series we do 527 horsepower with 2,200 pounds of weight. And then for the ARCA, pretty simple for us, we just leave it at the BOP standing, and we can't really tune or adjust anything in suspension. So it's pretty easy what we got. If you want to that same way you can. But yeah, that's what we usually do when we do our ARCA races and Cup races in our own league, which I think is very flexible and very cool. We do one race per Saturday, and we've actually got back and forth with it. So tomorrow we'll be going back to ARCA, and we'll be racing in the Northern Isle Speedway for our Bristol race. But yep, those are the engine swaps that you guys are allowed to use. If you're level 50 and can buy them, you can. If not, you have to go to your garage and see if you got them. For your settings, which is going to be pretty crucial, so here is like a beta test settings I have for this particular race. If you decide to do a NASCAR race, it is pretty important that you do lap race type. Make sure it's set to laps, how long everyone race is. You can set the number of laps going up to 200 for the max. Number of cars, for this example I got it set to 11. It's 1 plus 10 AI opponents according to myself. Run and start is another crucial thing to have for these NASCAR races too. The race distance, keep them to close as possible at 50 feet is what I also recommend doing. BOP, I'm going to have it turned on for this race only. Boost, we're going to have it set as strong, so that way the AI actually does stay close to me. The slipstring is going to be set to strong too. As we scroll down the rest of the list, you can see we got no damage, no tire wear, no fuel wear. Weather, it could be whatever setting you want it to be, either morning, night, whatever it feels to you. Make sure you do have it to set to select from garage, and you can see here, including myself, here's the other cars I did purchase, and off camera I went ahead and did purchase each single livery for each car. So it did take me a bit while to get this up and going, but that's what I did. Now, I recommend doing also is you can also change the driver's name and nationality. So just for this clip, I got it randomized, but if you know the driver, then you know who's who. I got it set to professional level. That way they can all be together, be more aggressive. And that's pretty much be it for the race itself. So if you guys are curious on what the racing package is like in this race, I'll go ahead and show you right now. Now, I'm not showing any of the speedometer speed. I will go ahead and say that you're looking at possibly high 150s, low 160s if you choose not to do anything to the cars and just have them as is from the showroom. I would recommend just going ahead and just get the high RPM turbocharger, and painfully, I have to say this, but you have to set up each car equally on what you have on your own car. Otherwise, everybody's going to be not in the same page, the same rhythm, and it's going to be off kiltered. But as you can see, we're all pretty much together. I mean, we got ourselves a little mini group behind us, but we're still all kind of in one big pack. Nobody's off to the distance or way out back, thankfully. And actually is some competitive racing up front. As you can see, we got ourselves a mixture of great liveries. I got Dale Jr.'s 2000 Budweiser rookie season livery. I got Jeff Gordon's early 2000 Flaming livery. Jimmy Johnson's 2003 Lowe's livery. Ricky Rudd's 2000 Haviland livery. So I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do whenever you do your own personal AI races, to have all kinds of different liveries from all kinds of generations, which actually is pretty cool. I got Earnhardt's white All-Star livery. Fun fact, if he actually was able to survive the wreck at Daytona, that white car, he was going to plan to race that in the All-Star race in 2001. So yeah, now you know something new today, that if he survived, he would have driven a different alternative paint scheme for his Goodwrench car. So as we get to the final lap, we are going to race ourselves against Gordon, Petty, and of course Junior for the win. And these camera shots are just really golden. I kind of wish though I would have had the different music cams, because they have different angles all to go in one together, but I think this actually is pretty good. Now, I have in the past went ahead and done some NASCAR races in my channel. Unfortunately, I've had to delete some stuff to make some more room for my channel, so unfortunately all those are out, but I can actually, if I wanted to, I can go ahead and fire up and do some more NASCAR content later down the road. But you can see last lap, still tight, close racing, and we got ourselves in the bag. Only 4 cars to worry about. The next group actually broke up a little bit, and we are in the bottom of the track. there's no run from the outside, and we're going to secure the win at Daytona. So really great package racing if you decide to do the normal package. Now here is a practice race we did last week. This is with my NVR league, and we got ourselves some great drivers in this league. I mean, it's pretty cool and awesome to see how talented and how fast these guys are on the track. Now this is the Cup cars. So in the Cup cars, we are allowed to basically change the downforce of the cars. We are allowed to change the suspension of the cars, the fully differential. We are allowed to change all that for the Cup cars, and we just had quite a great battle just between the three of us up here. We had Purple up here. We also had Air Royal. He was up here too, and here's myself on the Javelin. We got ourselves a 2-car tango right in the background. But yeah, we had ourselves quite an incredible 3-car pack battle for lead. Now this, like I said, was a practice run. It's not necessarily a legit race. It's more like a practice race, but still being able to be, you know, making some moves and being clean about it, and being very pretty much aggressive, but at the same time being clean at the same time and being close to each other. It was pretty cool to really able to pull us off and being able to race this close right together, especially in Blue Moon Raceway, or what's sometimes referred to as Pocono race sometimes, or Blue Moon Pocono is another term I'll call this track. But yeah, this track is another great track to do NASCAR stock cars. Watkins Glen is another track that's great to do that. Like I mentioned before, Northern Isle, which we're going to do tomorrow, which is Bristol. It's another great track to do that, to do NASCAR races. Royal Atlanta is a decent track. It probably depends on who you have in your roster in that track, especially you have that long straightaway and some difficult corners to navigate. But there's some certain tracks also in Europe that can actually work on this car as well. And yeah, so that's pretty much going to be it covering for this whole NASCAR series on how to form your own private or your own public NASCAR league in Gran Turismo 7. So yeah, pretty cool to showcase again. Also showcasing of how to get your liveries in the game and the engine swaps for this car. So yeah, might in the later future reference, I'm going to do some more NASCAR Cup races, as I went ahead and just basically cleared up most of my video libraries. And unfortunately, doing that, I've also went ahead and basically took out Crash Bandicoot, Kingdom Hearts, and my one Skyrim video, but I'm okay with it. But 3 important things to know is, of course, you got 3 different engine alternatives. You got unlimited liveries that you guys can race, and we also have some great tracks that you can race in this NASCAR league. In other words, you have control of your own league on what you can do, of however way you want to run it whenever you do your NASCAR league. So, but hopefully you guys enjoy the episode. Hopefully this will be a great guide for you, especially in a later reference if you choose to do your own NASCAR league, or if someone you know personally wants to have their own NASCAR league, then hopefully this video will help them out as well. And if you guys enjoyed the episode, why not go ahead and leave a like. If you'd like to see some more of my other content, there they are right there, these other outlets. If you also enjoyed today's episode and like to see some more of my content later down the road, why not go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. If you want to check out the last episode I did covered, here it is right there. If you want to check out my last Money Grind episode, hopefully that'd be a big help to you too as well. And with that all being said, hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day or night, wherever it might be, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.